little closed-in wall.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta
I
go
might
80 in this thing.
You might go 80. Yeah, they ain't as expensive as they used to be, but
They ain't.
They
I
might
mean-
be the same price. They might be $1,000.
Yeah, that's what the projector gonna be, and not as good. A 4K
Right.
projector about that.
Nah, man, go get you that big TV $1,000. But going walking in Costco, they got some fucking TVs right there in your face as soon as you walk in that bitch. Them niggas got some shit for you.
I went
Curved,
into, I had to go to
circular.
Sam's. Yeah.
Them hoes.
You
be-
never knew you needed the shit that you need until you walk into the Sam's.
I think I just look at that shit.
you damn show be like that though. When you walk in sales, it be like, damn, I ain't really realized I needed a 90-pack of tissue.
Right. Man, I prefer shit in bulk. And I guess that's where I come from. Cause nigga, I go to my mama's house, she got 90 bottles of alcohol, 90 Febrezes, 90 Lysols, and she gonna give you 10 of them and still be good.
It depends on what it is.
Nigga, we went to
I
Hootie
don't-
Mama house. It was lunch, and it was just 4 people there. And she had like 82 reels.
Yeah, fool, like mama gonna overdo it.
Cause she know how who to eat. You ever seen a who to plate?
But yeah,
And you see what I get it for real, goddamn. But they be overly prepared, man. You can eat off they shit for 3-4
I
days.
can't eat like that no more. I try to make that big ass plate. I eat half of everything.
I
I
made
like-
that plate for Thanksgiving, but on a regular day, no.
I eat that plate all the time, I ain't gonna lie.
But
And
you only eat once a day too.
Right.
Right,
Nigga
I
like a
eat-
little snake. Nigga eat once a week.
Yeah, like anaconda eating ass.
so if you cook that big old meal for me, it's gonna last me about 4 days, and I'm gonna enjoy it every day. It get better with the age.
that nigga really is a snake.
That nigga, that boy eat once a week. Who'd have been like, man, I ain't ate since last Thursday.
But I ate like 18 goddamn different meals. I'm gonna eat 18
I offered
meals.
that nigga brunch. You're like, no, I want to fuck up my meal. It's
Right.
10 o'clock.
No, no, no,
nigga.
no.
and he don't care what he eats.
No, it was more so that I was like, nah, cause I ain't gonna eat, cause I get sleepy. Like when I eat, I want to go to sleep. I ain't gonna lie. And he want to have me in with brunch, and we got to go pod. Nah, yeah, I'm gonna be in this bitch slobbing and sleeping.
But Hootie, you don't have to eat enough to go to sleep. You could
But
have just had you some eggs.
See, that's he only know one thing.
Exactly.
Like
That's
think
how-
about it with a
that's how I
snake.
eat.
Nigga, they don't give a fuck if it's a hippo or something. It's time to eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm about to wrap this bitch up. I'm about to strangle it. And I'm gonna inhale this motherfucker.
That nigga place be ridiculous.
I'm gonna make
that
sure it's
nigga
worth it.
ordered 2 combos at Hearts. I'll never forget that shit.
And that
And ate
shit
'em.
wasn't enough.
And one, remember he said,
It wasn't enough.
"Let's go back."
Let's go back.
It wasn't
Nigga, we on the
enough.
interstate.
It wasn't enough. No, that shit was good.
Extra good. Shouts out to Hearts. But here we go. You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stop.
I'm Joe.
I'm Hootie, nigga.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 113. Yes, 113 episodes. Yes. Mr. Consistent. I'm going to keep saying that as long as I'm going to keep saying it. You dig? We feeling good, feeling great, man. This is the last episode of the year. We're going to be off next week. Yes, we're finally taking off. So y'all enjoy yourselves. Catch up on some of the older episodes. Give us some feedback, man. Let us know some of y'all favorite episodes, some of the favorite times that y'all had here with the Dummies, man. It's been a long, long, long year in 2020, man. We appreciate all our listeners, man. Everybody who rocking with us, man. Who give us that feedback every week and let us know how y'all feel about the pod. Don't forget you can go buy the merchandise on thedummiespodcast.com for all the people who purchase shit in 2020. We appreciate y'all for buying cups, mugs, shirts, and all that good stuff. But we here, man. How you feeling, Hoop?
I tell you what, man. Y'all get some merch. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do some shit. Y'all get some merch. We gonna take y'all picture. We gonna post it somewhere nicely. That's what we want to do.
And the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, man, and follow. We trying to
time.
build our YouTube page up.
And comment.
Y'all need to see us, man. We kind of
We do shit.
yeah, we move around and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different experience.
But the week been cool, man. Christmas, of course, it's love and family. It's probably been a little bit different, but ultimately for me, it still was love and family.
Yeah.
So my week was good. My week was cool. It was a smooth week. And it just made you realize some shit on a positive manner. But I'm sure we're going to get into that. But the week was cool. And Merry Christmas to you all, to your families, to everybody, man. Good or bad or indifferent. Merry motherfucking Christmas, man. How was your shit, Can't Get Right?
Well, did anybody even ask you how your week was?
No.
Stock said how was
No.
it
I
going?
said where we at? Who? But that's how
But
it go. That's
exactly.
That's the pay. Wait,
Oh.
What podcast you been on?
I
don't know. That nigga ain't listening. 88 weeks, nigga. That shit went the same way.
I don't listen to y'all niggas. Why would I do that?
I see, goddamn.
But no, I had a super dope week, and it's good to say that in 2020 because all of them been shit work, blah blah blah. But went home, got to see my folks. Got to see my partner, mom. That was dope. Just being at home is always a great thing. It was weird. I'm gonna bring it up later. It was just weird being at home, can't do shit, just in the house. But it's still cool.
Have you been doing much of shit before? Like I catch myself, I would do some shit, but not the normal shit I would do. So if I
No, you can't do the norm. And then for me going home for Christmas, like you going over in people's house.
Well,
That's
even-
different than
I agree,
going.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I
out
agree, but I'm
somewhere.
saying like even before the pandemic, sort of say, like when I was going home before the pandemic, like let's say last year, I would just go out and do random shit. I wasn't really going to people's
Oh
houses.
yeah, because I don't go home much, so it'd be something new. So I go do that. But yeah, before the pandemic, I think it's one of those things because you can't, you want to. So
Yeah,
before
yeah.
this, I'll go home and stay in the house the whole time with my folks. But now, like shit, I want to go downtown or want to do this, but like damn, I can't. So it's one of those things, one of those restriction things. But nah, a super dope week. Got to see my folks. Christmas had a great ass Christmas. What about you, Stock?
Dope week. Been off since Tuesday.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it was cool. But as always, that shit go by like it felt like I went to sleep
Like it
Tuesday and
never
woke up
happened.
today Sunday. You know what I mean? So, but it was a dope week, man. Christmas came. Was able to, get the little ones the things that they wanted. Pretty much everybody got from me what they pretty much asked for, which is always a good thing because sometimes, it'd be a lot of anxiety around Christmas for people trying to,
Especially now, goddamn.
if you're into gifts and stuff like that. But it's not the reason for the season, so I just advise people, don't get too caught up in those gifts and stuff. It's always good and nice to be able to get people what they want. Christmas is always my favorite time of the year. Like Ken Get said, just to be around your family and your loved ones. Couldn't really be around mine this year because we were scattered out in COVID, so nobody really wanted to travel. But we did do a family Zoom
That's dope.
where we all got on, and that was dope just to catch up.
I had fun talking to your family.
Yeah, it reminded me of that time where when y'all get together and the jokes start coming at it.
Yeah.
And, my mama couldn't figure out Zoom. So
Of course.
That was the funniest
So
shit.
she was on that cussing and screaming.
This shit. I don't know this shit. I don't know how to work this shit.
So,
Y'all can hear me?
right. She kept yelling, y'all hear me?
Dummy.
God damn, you yelling it louder. My eardrum gone.
Nigga, your mama does.
Right. I was.
Damn. That nigga so ruthless.
Hey, this is the Dummies Podcast.
Nigga,
Nigga,
ruthless.
anybody can get it. But that was dope,
so
man.
ruthless.
It was cool, seeing Logan, I have a little one, a small one in there, so she believe in Santa Claus. So I had to eat the cookies, and I threw the carrots in
Don't
the
act
trash.
like you didn't enjoy the shit, though.
That's what I just said. It's always good to have that. I like that fact that I got a little one because once they get big.
No, I'm
like
talking
it's-
about the cookie eating part.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the cookies. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga.
I knew
That's
fully what
that's
you-
that's
you
the
trying to
fuck.
skip over
I ain't
that.
talking about the
Dumb.
baby, nigga. No, the cookies.
The cookies.
You,
Yeah, the cookies was
oh,
good.
never mind.
Y'all tripping. Them nigga- I like the cookie eating part. Y'all nigga tripping like a motherfucker. But definitely a dope week. We tell people as always, man, it's this the last show before New Year's. So we rolling into 2021. We already know 2020 was a hell of a fucking year. I think we had January, February to ourselves, and starting in March, man, shit got weird. So again, shouts out to all the people on the front lines. I forgot to say that at the top, all of our nurses, our doctors, bus
That's always
drivers,
first.
mail people, mail carriers, people delivering the toys and stuff to the kids.
Yeah, FedEx,
Yeah,
UPS.
FedEx,
I saw that.
UPS.
That was dope.
A lot of them getting criticized unfairly.
Well, I saw some shit where a lot of them was getting praised too, and like the whole
Right.
That was dope.
But for the people that's criticizing them unfairly,
Y'all
man, you got to
bums.
understand that it's more people at home, more people are ordering stuff. Not a lot of people are going to the malls like in years past.
And man, don't get mad at the post office. Get mad at your fucking president.
Right, that's what I was about to say. It's more to it than that. It's not just the postman. It's way bigger than that.
Because the
It's
post
way
office
deeper than
been trash. Don't get me wrong, but this wasn't their fault. Like they was handicapped.
Now, I think it was maybe a good thing for the simple fact that I would say now you see how much more important those people are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't just your regular postal work. Nah, he much more important than that.
But Stock had said something about gifts. I got some dope gifts. But one of my dopest gifts was my mom made a scrapbook. Hootie was looking at it. That was one of my best gifts of Christmas.
I like that gift too.
Can't wait. I like that.
I know it's coming.
That was a good gift. We like that. Thanks, Mom, man, for that scrapbook.
But that's super dope as fuck too, because it made me realize, like, when I go home and I see my mom and them have them big old fucking picture books with the plastic and the big old vintage looking pictures. That shit is cool.
I tell people that all the time. I feel like as young people, we got so many memories trapped in our phones. Like I got shit from the Bahamas and shit from the wedding and shit from, like, you know what I'm saying? And it just sit in that phone. If you ever lose that phone or the cloud go down, you don't have no memories. Whereas Mom them they got books and books and books of, you know, this Christmas.
Where they can,
shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's time that we got to start printing shit.
But
man.
the dopest thing she did for me and my little sister, but she left.
It's 2 separate books?
Yeah. Because we 2 separate people.
I know. I thought it, you know.
She gave your sister all the pictures of you then.
Right. I gave both of y'all the same pictures, you know.
No, those was all me. But
I saw your sisters and some.
well, with me.
So?
But she left some pages clear, you know.
For you.
Saying?
For future?
So yeah, because like you said, we phone, Facebook, that ain't the same as you don't want to hand your kids later on be like, oh, let me show you my phone.
I'm gonna start printing shit.
Yeah, I think it's dope. And that shit's
And
super cheap
it's
now.
inexpensive. Walgreens do it for 38 cents, printing some pictures.
And it's not that expensive. It's just we don't really do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually gave to fuck with my little sister, gave my mom a picture of me that you took. And Courtney printed out. So that was dope. It told her to put it on her.
I appreciate you, cuz.
desk.
It went blurry.
No, not this one. You came a long way.
You know what I'm saying? It went
Who
blurry.
didn't came a long way in 2020?
Oh yeah, that was part of my week. I went and took pictures with who?
Yeah.
My boy did some good pictures, man.
You almost broke my goddamn bench, man.
Oh, you know, I had to put on for the city, man.
And I appreciate it. My boy, I told him, and I'm going to admit it there, I think his picture was the best pictures I took to date.
Oh, you know, it's the nigga.
I'll take the blame for what you want to take.
It's the nigga.
You got beef, can't get right.
Yeah, I think mine.
Your shit was doper?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And Facebook said
Oh,
that's probably your most liked picture.
Facebook?
I don't do it for the likes.
How many Facebook likes we got, King Ray? I don't know.
Oh, 2, 3, 400. You know what I'm
2,
saying?
3,
Stop
4.
counting.
Okay.
Stop counting. You know what I'm saying? After getting triple digits.
You didn't get lost in the sauce.
No. Because the sauce will lose you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
If you looking for the likes, that's what's gonna lose you. But as always, man, it was a dope week, man. We ain't really got shit to talk about. We're gonna do this week a little different, man. We not sticking to the script of our normal usual. So if you looking for that, this might not be the episode you want to listen to, man. We just gonna reflect because
Listen to last week.
we got some stories that we're gonna cover, but 2020 just a year that we feel like we need to reflect on things and ponder back.
And have fun.
And,
man.
enjoy shit, man.
and ponder forward. We can ponder forward.
Definitely. Definitely.
But
What, cuz?
I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Ponder forward. You
But
get it.
question. Like it made me think, because like I said, was at home, can't really do shit. What was doper to y'all, like partying college days? The Thanksgiving night or Christmas Eve?
Thanksgiving night or Christmas. And Christmas Eve, I probably was at home.
You was at home Christmas Eve?
Most times, other than the Hawaii Bowl.
Oh, I forgot y'all played football. But that was a big party night in Mobile.
Yeah,
Christmas
so
Eve.
you was at home too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Christmas Eve. Like you said, at first I did used to hit the parties, hit the scene at, you know what I mean, in Mobile, because like it was a big party night. But as I got older, I started just enjoying, like everybody was going out, and I stopped before a lot of my friends, they were still going out, but I stopped because.
No, I'm talking about party days. Yeah, I mean, of course you stopped. I'm talking about when you was partying, like.
Yeah,
was-
probably
I'ma say-
Christmas Eve for sure.
I think Thanksgiving evening. You know, Thanksgiving Eve, because that, like you say, college days, most times for Thanksgiving, I still was at school. And so I was a much more looser, much more drunker than I was at home. I was drunk as fuck, and it was a little different. But for me, I still was in college and at school for Thanksgiving.
What you say, nigga? Got the questions.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Easter.
None of the ones he asked us the question.
Right, got that Easter.
Memorial Day, nigga. Christmas Eve. I mean, both of them about the same for real. But Christmas Eve used to be dope because I think everybody was like at home, and especially when you know your first 2 times going back home for real. That used to be the dope shit. And then the girl tell you she like you to, nigga. I ain't even got time right now. You could have been told me this shit. Fuck wrong with you?
I'm living now.
But I'm still going. I mean, you know, we still finna go hit this Waffle House.
I said that we didn't have much stores, but there was one that I saw, you know, and this is the year of COVID. But there was a person who went to work. She went to work sick, and as a result, 7 people have died and 300 have been quarantined because she went to work with COVID.
Where she work at?
I don't fuck. I don't. He
I mean,
fucking. Who gives a fuck? I don't know.
I mean, if she work at Popeyes, I don't want to go to that Popeyes.
Agreed.
It was in Douglas County, Oregon. 7 people died after there was a big outbreak in the community of COVID. She knew she was sick. She had a feeling that it was COVID, but she still went to work anyway and infected, like I said, 300 people have had to quarantine as a result of her being sick.
Man, I'm just tired of talking about COVID and deaths. But I saw in Birmingham the guy that started Jazz in the Park, a really dope event where it's really just jazz in the park.
He wasn't that old either.
He went out. He was like 53 or something like that. He died. But of course, in the comments, some Karen, some old ass Karen,
reading that shit,
was like, "Why don't you say what he died of? Stop just saying COVID." And the people's like, "Nigga, you can't just release that shit." You know what I'm saying? Like. That ain't none of your goddamn business. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, here's all the conspiracy. Shut your stupid looking.
Well, you know,
I
saw that. Not that what you're talking about, but I saw how a lot of people were going around basically saying that people are dying. They're not really dying of COVID. They're dying of something else.
And they had COVID.
But what people are what the scientists are trying to tell you, like if I go and I bust you across the skull with a barbell or something. Mm-hmm. And you die 2 weeks later, you might be dying of blood hemorrhage to the brain or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. But the end result was I hit you with a barbell. Right. So I'm going to be charged with murder. Like, so people are like, nobody's dying of COVID. Yeah, they dying of asphyxiation or whatever fluid being in their lungs, but it's from complications of COVID. Yeah. It's still related.
AIDS don't kill you. It's the, you know what I'm saying, fucking up your immune
you die
system.
of a cold. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's why it be hard for me. No matter how much you promote, go read these comments. I'm not going to read them. I just can't. I don't care what people have to say about something.
It's a little sickening at this point because I mean, the news is clickbait at this point. Like, I don't know if they get paid off the shit or what.
I think everything is at this point, for real.
But the news supposed to be different, man.
I always thought it would be, too, but it's not. We seeing that over and over again where the news is they fully immersed in the bullshit.
Yeah, they pick their side and they go with it.
Well, at the end of the day, they're a business. Yeah. So if I got to keep people attention and shit, I'm finna do it for the likes.
You have somebody up there making their $1 billion who's going to control the news to go this way. And it's just
that's why you can't do it for the likes.
What's that movie? What's that TV show? What's that TV? Can't do it for the likes.
It's a trying to look over it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about the authenticity of the shit, not the likes.
I like how you pull that word off, though. You know, we have trouble pulling off words.
I struggled with that bitch.
Hey,
I had to
sound it out.
You pushed through.
You pushed through.
Sound it out.
Sometimes you gotta take a breath.
Yeah, you gotta. I got had commas in my words.
We were talking about COVID and shit, like Trump. My man, they can't find him. My man just chilling. He on the golf course doing his thing.
I ain't seen no fooler in the wild.
So there's a lot of people stepping up. I saw, and I wanted to give a big shout out to Beyonce. Yes, big shout out to Beyonce. She donating over $5,000 in grants.
Hang on.
Come on, man. Goddamn, at this point, you was a professional, man. Pod through it.
Big clap.
Beyonce donating $5,000 in grants to those facing evictions and foreclosures due to COVID-19. I thought that was pretty dope for Beyonce, man, trying to get the money out to the people. You know, the government's supposed to be doing that. So it's a big shout out to people who are digging in their own pockets to provide money and resources to those that are facing evictions.
Hopefully that's a symbol to all of y'all, man. Like all of y'all big people who have that money to spare, because Beyonce doing it alone isn't enough.
Right.
That shit happens so much out here. Like, we thank Beyonce, but we need the Denzels, we need the Will
And it's the
Smiths.
second
We need
time
all
because you know
y'all.
they did $10,000 in grants to over 250 small businesses.
And I mean, on a different scale, Lil Baby giving 1,000 coats away, I think, in
To
Birmingham,
Birmingham,
tomorrow, Monday. So that's dope. He's not even from here. So
Right.
somebody probably reached, ain't no telling what he doing in Atlanta, but to give away money, you know what I'm saying, to a whole different city that you're not even from or whatever, that's dope. So that just needs to be recognized.
That's dope. It's crazy that all of them still do that, and there's still people out here poor and don't have anything too. That shit, that sucks. For me, that sucks big time. Like you say, more people need to do it. More people need to get involved. But then also, there's a lot of people who's doing that shit, and there's still a lot of people.
Man,
who
I was
suffer.
watching a show on Netflix. It's called Saving Capitalism or something like that. And they kind of touch on some of that shit, man. How wealthy so many individuals are, but yet how many poor people it still is.
It's crazy.
It was showing people walking in minks and furs, and they walking past people who's sleeping on the ground like with a sleeping bag or
Won't
something.
give them $20.
And it's just crazy, man, just to show, how many people are in danger, or how many people can't pay their rent right now, or can't pay their mortgage due to pandemic type stuff, things that are beyond
Out
their
of their
control.
control,
Or
right.
like businesses that are closing or closing their doors because, COVID situation. So,
I hate that shit. That shit sucks, man. And it can be anybody at any time, which makes it even worse and crazier. But
I mean, COVID took a business. I mean, we talking about people, but businesses and COVID just been fucked up for everybody all across the world. And now, shit, the UK got a new strain.
I
and-
saw that shit.
Yeah.
It's a
and
whole
then-
new strain.
Yeah, and then they haven't stopped travel, so they say it's here.
some places have. Well, they stopped it too late. They stopping it a little bit now, but
Did they stop
too
it?
late.
I hadn't even seen where they
I've
stopped
seen.
it.
I've seen a few.
Recent.
I've seen a few airports are like, if you're flying from here, you can't go here. So some places have stopped it. I don't know if it's them in particular, but it's places saying if you're coming from here, you can't come to our
Man,
country.
if we could be so fucked up, we have a travel ban for Muslim countries.
You got to be able to do it for European.
We should be able to. Yes, this makes sense.
They said a new strain. Goddamn, you got that blueberry
Bullshit,
goddamn
right.
COVID.
You're right.
That shit like weed, ain't it?
That Kush.
Yeah.
God damn.
That granddaddy spider kush.
Kush
Nigga used to make the dumbest name.
Be the same weed you gave me last week.
COVID 22. Goddamn. Even 2022.
I got that kind, bud.
That's that new COVID. Goddamn. I got that
you got
COVID 22.
I got
This
that orange kush.
Nigga, this that Santa Claus. It deliver. What?
Immediately.
Nigga said Santa Claus.
Bruh.
It be that same bullshit with the seeds and stuff in it, God.
Same old high.
I smoke regular weed.
Did y'all? I know people don't fuck with Snap, but did y'all see that Snapchat recap? Ain't anybody go on their Snap and look at that recap that they did?
For the year?
I
I don't think I posted
snapped.
this year.
Right.
Yeah.
This year I ain't
I
snapped
go
much.
and look.
Do you ever like make the shit in Snap, but then go post it to Instagram?
Girls do that a lot. But I don't.
Do anybody?
I don't.
No, girls do that a lot because they say the filter's a lot better.
I haven't.
Well, if you ever go on Snap, if you put anything on Snap and go do a recap of the year, that shit spooky.
Why?
Cause like the recap of it'll be like, it was saying shit like, oh, this year was great. You tapped into your creative side. And it started showing me them pandemic projects were stopped. Remember I was doing them hoes?
Oh yeah.
I made them in Snap and then imported them over because Snap let you go longer.
But
than-
Snap still have them.
and you can put the type on them, right? But it was like you tapped into your creative side. And it was like you did it with your furry friends. And it had a BJ and shit in it. Like, how the fuck?
How you know my dog?
How
in
the
here?
fuck?
I ain't at.
Man, how the man?
I didn't at BJ.
You got to go look at that shit, man. If you been in your Snap, man, you go look at that shit. It's the craziest shit. Like it really is in tune with everything.
How
that
do
you
I
was
get
doing.
to that? I need to see that.
That means it knows when you putting a dresser together, or it can recognize when a dog in your
Right.
That been
And it
recognized
was like
screws.
you took relaxing vacations.
You were
It's-
working hard,
like,
screwing
what
some
the
shit
fuck?
in.
Right.
Yeah, man. The
Hey
internet
man,
is
they
the
got
internet.
it. They got it. That's why I be tickled when people post on Facebook. You know the shit they post every couple of months, like Facebook, you do not have the right to my information.
Yeah, they
Get the
do.
fuck on,
Been
man.
gave it to her.
I do not give you permission to use my shit.
Okay. You signed it.
Okay.
You signed it when you got on Facebook. Yes, I do.
Zuckerberg be laughing his ass off.
Nigga was just excited to get on that bitch.
You gave me your mama life. What you talking about? Get out of here, Jack. You don't even know what you signed.
I saw Facebook was getting mad. It was an article out with Facebook, and I don't have details of it. So who don't ask me the details?
I
that
damn
don't
sure
know.
will.
But Facebook was getting mad because Apple was telling people how to opt out of third party, like getting Facebook to stop using third party spots. And Facebook was mad at Apple for telling their users how to do it.
Well, because Apple is big on, because they more hardware. Apple is big on not giving out information, and Facebook wants all the information. So
Right.
that's why they're clashing.
Yep.
So yeah, I saw that.
Yet they work together like a motherfucker.
In some aspects.
I don't think they do though.
I don't
There's-
think Apple needs
there's
Facebook.
on an Apple. They work together.
On
It's just
what?
an app.
Explain.
What? It's just an app.
But how do they work together?
Okay, so if that was the case, imagine if Apple phones banned Facebook. They don't, so they work together.
I mean, they can't ban them, but
Why
they
not?
don't like how
That's-
independent Facebook
That's
is.
kind of crazy. Imagine if
I know it's crazy.
If Apple phones say you can't call your grandmama. Like, goddamn, like it's a phone, so you can't go on the internet and stuff like that, right? Who?
I get it, but then I also think that because of that, they work together.
That doesn't mean that they work together. You can use this to access that.
They don't work together. They really don't like each other because Facebook don't really.
I guess
Apple don't get a piece of them.
AT&T work with the drug dealers, I guess.
Yeah.
They might.
Oh, let's not even talk about next
Who
year.
they
They
lie?
might, goddamn. Them niggas pay a phone bill. Yeah, nigga, you my client.
Goddamn.
You pay a phone bill.
Work together mean we had a meeting and we talk about how we're gonna advance this together, I think.
Because Facebook, they have their own like cash out.
I
You
get
can
it, but I
send
think
money
they've been in
and-
the same rooms and discussed some of the same things and come to agreements that they probably really didn't fully agree upon. Also,
Because Apple got into it with Fortnite, because Fortnite set up a system where you didn't have to go through
Apple to get the apps.
Yeah, to pay for.
Now I
shit.
can see how Apple would be mad about that because they make money off apps. So, nigga, you need to use this app. But I'm not finna do that with Facebook. Hootie, you can't square that. You can't make that make sense.
I don't know.
It's okay, Hootie. It's fine.
I can see
He gonna try though. You see,
I don't know.
hey, you
Stay
saw
on
the
the
little
phone.
wheel turning.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna try.
Let me see.
I feel like, all in all, I feel like they are in some kind of business together.
He was gonna
Fuck
make that.
that.
That nigga gonna make that shit. I'm telling my boy ain't wrong now. He gonna make that make sense now, some kind of way. 2020, man. We said we was gonna talk about a lot of different things that transpired. I didn't really want to get too caught up on lists simply because I feel like this a bad year to judge list. Like, it's hard to say who was the best artist or who was the best this or who had the best album simply because I feel like a lot of people may not even drop this year because they were scared. But nevertheless, there was some artists that dropped. There was some music that came out. Who y'all felt like had the best for y'all? It could be personal. I ain't trying. I know people want to argue with all of that shit, but I'm not necessarily trying to say that these were indeed the best of facts. But to y'all personal opinion on who may have had the best album of the year or who probably put out the best volume of work this year in music.
I'm not gonna say album because I didn't listen to it, but who had probably the best year of 2020? Of course, Lil Baby, but my number two or equal number one, Meg. Meg had a dope ass year. I mean, WAP and the body yada yada shit and her videos and her ass and
Ass.
yeah, and the ass again. And then the next story, on her story,
Her
was some
challenges.
more-
Them
yeah.
challenges was crazy.
And then and you got to shout out the left cheek and the right cheek. But yeah.
Equally, separately.
Yeah. Left cheek, right cheek for me. 1A and 1B.
I have two different versions, so to say. One
Where you
which
can't
is-
really have two of the same.
I can
So
because
that's
I
just
can
one.
have the actuality and I can have my personal. Like the actuality is to me is Lil Baby, but my
This nigga
personal.
sound like he fought it. The actual factual.
Hey man, if it works, it works. So the actuality is Lil Baby, but for me personally, the one I listen to the most and more is Benny the Butcher, in my opinion, as an artist as well as an album. Like Benny's album is nuts, but as far as more popularity, more singles, more hits, more bangers, I know that it's Lil Baby. And that's why he's the Apple Music Artist of the Year, and he won that. But for me personally, I'm gonna go with Benny because that shit just is a little different from that.
And
I'm
it's
not a
crazy because
fan.
that whole clique, because I got West Side Gun, Pray for Paris, will be around
Fuck with
there.
that too.
Lil Baby, of course, My Turn, was dope and big in that. After that, it get kind of shaky.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of different Fred Gibbs.
Yeah, Freddie Gibbs.
A lot of people
Oh,
forget about the Alfredo album.
Alfredo.
Problem.
That was dope.
I think a album we listened to a lot also was Problem. That Problem.
I never
album,
listened to it.
That Problem album was pretty dope.
Was it
too.
dope?
It was super dope. The Problem album was super dope.
Nas had a good project this
He
year,
did,
too.
because of his
Nas had
production.
a really good project.
You know who had a huge Hit Boy,
Hit Boy had a hell of a year.
Hit
Boy
Boy
He
probably,
did that Nas the King Dicey.
and he did the Benny the Butcher,
Ben and Butcher. He
Hit
did.
Boy probably the producer of the year.
and he did some on Big Sean. He did some on Hit Boy had a year. I'm gonna go Hit Boy.
I do want to give a big shout out to Mobile because I saw that Billboard put out their top 20 of the year. And the artist Flo Millie, the female artist from Mobile, Alabama, she was actually 15th on their top 20. So
I haven't heard her.
I want to give a huge shout out to her because that's big to be on Billboard, having your album, your debut album on the top 20 out of that, to be number 15. And we know, to me, all of the headway that Mobile artists are making. Big shout out to her. I thought it was a pretty dope album, but I wouldn't put it, for me, it ain't in the top 5, but to be on that top 20 in Billboard, of course, that's dope.
Super dope.
That's super dope.
Being on the top anything in Billboard is super dope. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, me and Stocker era, we come from an era where it was 2-3 rappers our whole lifetime, and for it to be
2-3 right now.
and then they had their own little separate time.
Yeah,
but
they had their
for it
separate
to be
time.
4, 5, 6 niggas.
Man, it's a MGM Let, it's Rollo, it's No Cap, it's Flo Miller, it's OMBPs, it's Honeycomb. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of them niggas, and I'm not. It's a couple of them that I'm missing. No disrespect to nobody. I'm just naming the 6 that's coming out the top
You
of my
gotta
head.
fight on. You gotta fight on your hand.
And that's everybody who doing they shit right now. So shouts out to them, man. Putting on for Alabama, man, and putting on for a
Put
nation.
on the city.
Yeah, hey, yeah.
What
What else you had?
Music was cool, but that was it for me. It was more so for 2020. It was more so about life. You know what I'm saying? Because I think since March, that's 9 months out of the year compared to these 12. So 9 months out of the year, we were really, you know what I'm saying, learning life more so. We were rating music and rating movies and rating Netflix and all of that shit. For the most part, for me, I learned life more so in 2020. You know what I'm saying? And one thing we've always been saying, I think, for majority of the pandemic is love your people. So for me, that was my 2020, and what I took from it and what I feel like I need to do going forward is just loving on my people.
Yeah.
Externally, internally, all of that shit.
It's crazy that you say that because, I said on the podcast, I was like, man, last week, I was like, man, call your people, let your people know that you love them and shit. And I didn't really bother nobody on Christmas. Right. I remember I used to send all them text messages. I never was the big chain text messenger, but I would individually text 30 motherfuckers. I can't do that shit no more. I don't really have
I got my few.
Yeah, like,
I got my people.
It ain't that I'm not thinking about those people. It's just too hard. But I did pick up the phone yesterday on the 26th, the day after Christmas, and I just started calling people. I called Big Mike. I talked to Wet. I just called damn near everybody. And it's just crazy because you get to catch up. I might not talk to some of them for months.
Yeah.
Or I maybe text them on Thanksgiving or something. And just to see, like, man, people be really appreciative of you thinking about them.
They like to
and it's
hear you
crazy
talk to 'em.
because some of those people you never stop thinking about. And if something happened to any of those people, you'll be fucked up.
Food. Like, the shit that got to me the most was my uncle was like, nigga, when you was a kid, I couldn't get you out of my house. Now you're an adult, you don't come by. Like, damn.
Right.
Was that the uncle that used to sell you electronics?
No, I ain't never had no uncle so much.
So him to use iPod.
No. He was shit. He was the
Fuck
one.
retail.
Hey, honestly, he was the one who was getting all the electronics, nigga, and giving you the $10 for the touchdown.
He
was
probably
that.
don't remember the story.
He
told
don't
us.
remember the
I do,
story
I
that he
do,
told.
I do.
Because that sounds like the same uncle, don't it?
It's not. It's not. I promise you, it's not.
But nah, it was dope because like even when me and Big Mike talked, my man was like, "Shit, man, I appreciate you just calling me," and I was like, "Nigga,
Why?
like." You my nigga,
Just talk to me.
But that's how it be. Like you don't get to talk to people as often as you would like. Or, you know what I'm saying? He got life going. We all adults. So everybody got their own life going. So I'm gonna say this again. If 2020 ain't showed us shit else, it's love on your people. You right.
I mean, because a call is something different. Because sometimes a text, especially on Christmas, you with your family, you vibing. Sometimes it's a nuisance. Like, oh, yeah. Merry Christmas, you too. You know what I'm saying? But a call is something different.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, you get to chop it up. So that's super dope. But I was thinking what I wanted to talk about for 2020 and who I want to shout out. I think black people. 2020. We did a lot of dope shit this year.
Survived some shit.
That was
Survived a lot of
that
shit.
was a hell of a shout out.
Yeah.
It was
For sure.
Social norms, we trying to erase them.
We in the White House again in a different way.
In a different way.
We got more active in politics.
Got more active in politics, came
Personally,
out and voted.
too. Personally.
The protest, pushing.
Big
We
protest.
found our voice a lot
found our
more in
voice.
2020. We realized that our voice matters a lot more than we gave ourselves credit.
And we started using our dollar in black business. It
Yep.
was
The
hey,
banks.
let's do black business, Killer Mike with his bank
Yep.
and different stuff like that. So that's the most important part, putting our dollar back into black business.
That's a good one, man.
so
Straight
I
up.
thought that was dope.
Yeah, so shouts out to all black entrepreneurs, black businesses who found themselves during 2020, man. That was a good one, Kangaroo. I can't
Hey,
even hold
you know
you
what
up.
I'm saying?
I ain't gonna even hold you up.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I ain't even hold up.
2021. What's up? What's going on?
Man, we don't know.
Take risk.
yeah.
I feel like 2021 is gonna be a risk taking year for me. I just feel like if it didn't show us nothing else, for some, not all, I don't want to be naive about the people who are experiencing problems and headaches, and going through it. Our thoughts and prayers are with those people. I don't want to miss over none of those people. We know people who are in tight and fucked up situations. But for me personally, I was able to focus a little bit more this year, be able to put a little bit more money off to the side, be able to do a little bit more. So for 2021, I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'm finna take some risk,
Right.
And even when I say risk, I feel like they're within my scope.
And
Like-
that's what I was going with. Like my not necessarily risk, because I don't know if it's risk, but live your life.
Yeah,
Try
just-
things. Do
yeah,
shit.
Try things. Do some shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Because this year has shown us that as much as we try to plan things out or feel like we got this shit figured out,
Never gonna go that way.
you ain't gonna never have that shit figured out. Because a fucking pandemic can come out of left field and sit all our ass back down
Sit
again.
right on
you know
your
what I'm saying?
head,
So
But 2020 has shown me that, man, a lot of this shit that you thought matter does not matter. And it's about doing for your family, making memories. I know I got my shirt that I got from Allison. It says memories matter for Alzheimer's. But memories, I mean, you should take that in every aspect. It's about with your family. Like, I want to make, a little bit more moves. So doper vacations and spending time with your family and being able to do stuff for your folks. That's what's important.
Yeah.
Like, this shoes and clothes and shit, like, who gives a fuck about that?
Agreed, man. And this is much more simplistic. Than
Oh, and fuck sneaker app. Fuck you, sneaker
Why?
app
What
for
they did to you?
2020.
Why?
I talked all that no materialistic shit, but I
and
be
then
wearing
you
my shoes.
then you come and be material.
Yeah. I'm material.
Man,
they
go-
need some new
man,
regulations over
Man,
that
go
shit.
your ass to Foot Locker and get you some little Adidas and be good, or some regular little Air Max. And
But
be
that's
good.
what I'm saying. Like the regular Air Max ones. Remember I was saying, like, give us more of them. And like, no way them hoes supposed to be selling out, man.
They
Like,
do.
The Air Max 95s weren't supposed to sell out, man.
They probably
well, I
weren't
can see
supposed
that
to.
more so than the Air Max 1. But
The Air Max 1 got hot, though.
I think they.
You
both
were just
is-
wearing them a little bit before the...
To me,
the-
I
the-
think that once we at this age, for us, it's one and the same.
them
like
ain't
them both.
supposed. Them the old man Nikes that. Like,
It's
when
more
I
of
was,
a-
when I
but-
was 21, I saw the 30-year-old niggas wearing.
But-
I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
But
them-
you also gotta-
know he an old man. But
But you got to
I want
remember,
'em.
it's more niggas our age who like shoes. Who gonna go get those?
Yeah,
We
go-
probably are the first sneaker generation.
Yeah, it's a lot more niggas.
I agree with
sneakerheads
who.
your
Now,
age,
now his
so
other shit was stupid.
Yeah.
But that one was good.
There's more niggas our age who like that shit and who can get it.
I understand, but god damn, like Nigga, they could put out some Converse with them big ass designer soles on them hoes, and nigga gonna sell them hoes. Like everything sell out now.
I agree because you know
God
what Grace
damn.
got for Christmas? She got some All Stars in that bitch. All Stars, some Chucks
Oh,
with the big soles. It's like you just she got them in there.
I
And people
described them hoes.
Right, and people got them.
Grace, I was not talking about you. Do not take that.
It just naturally happened.
I was describing
It
a
naturally
certain
happened.
kind of shoe.
It naturally happened.
Get them
know what I'm
offensive coordinators.
saying? We called them hoes the All Stars. What y'all called them? Y'all called them something else?
Oh.
We called them All Stars before we called them Chucks.
Chucks, I
We
think.
called them All Stars
We called them Chucks.
because it say All
Chucks
Stars.
ain't get
No,
popping to
no.
our-
I feel like when we
Hey.
was first, we called them Bobos. Them was called Bobos at first.
Yeah, because like they ain't
Damn,
get cool.
they got on them Bobos. them wasn't cool.
I
to
ain't
have
wear them
on
hoes
at
till
first,
college though. I ain't have a pair
What
till
about wearing
college.
no goddamn Converse? Yeah, they ain't. You couldn't wear them hoes.
But you couldn't step on a rock good on them bitches.
You were size 18 too, dude.
That's why I never got them. You finna have me look like a damn
them hoes
clown.
table length.
Yeah, Bozo the clown. Get the fuck off.
little long ass shoe.
Hell nah.
We were talking about 2021 shit, man. Did y'all see the list of highest paid YouTubers?
Probably some kids.
Probably that little boy.
Yeah.
Man, let me read some
Opening
of this shit.
gifts and shit.
Jeff
Playing with
Star
toys.
earned
Toys.
$15 million on
To play with toys, maybe.
600 million views.
What he did?
He was a kid. I don't know, man.
He probably played with toys.
Nigga always ask you the question.
I mean, I need to know what they doing, man. If that nigga on that bitch harmonizing, singing song, being Michael Jackson, then
You
cool.
want to do it?
What?
Who they gonna be in that bitch opening up toys?
I will. Fucking right for a couple mil. I'll open the hell out
David
of it.
DeBork earned $15.5 million. He was doing shit on TikTok. And then there was a little nigga named Bippy, Steve Johns, earned $17 million. That's just crazy.
I need
The
to
fuck
have
is
a
Bippy?
I need to have a kid just to put him on YouTube. You better get Logan popping, nigga.
Do y'all like? No, I don't really like that shit.
What?
I seen.
Exploding
I've been
kids?
seeing people, and it's just my personal preference. It's my opinion, so leave me alone. But I seen people like create YouTube or Instagram pages for their kid.
I don't like it.
Oh, I hate that shit. Your
like
kid, your dog, all that shit.
Your fish.
But
Fish ain't doing
is
shit.
it? Because the motherfuckers making
Cats.
15.5.
Cats make the
million
most,
dollars.
don't
No, the Instagram shit just to put the same picture you put on your shit is stupid. But
Well-
the YouTube shit is innovative.
Well, I will agree. If my kid came to me with a plan and she wanted to do it herself,
Right.
I would probably do it. But I ain't about to be like, come on, girl, you need to
Yeah.
do this and come on, sit upright. You need to present it this way and open the toy like this. I ain't about to do all of that, which some people do. But if the kid comes to me and she wants to open a YouTube page to
I
listen
think
to
that's
her
dope.
music, fine.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's dope
Cool.
to me. But for your own, I hate clout chasing motherfuckers that put shit up.
There's some
just
people.
for-
I think it's like those people with their kids in little pageants and shit. Those people, and they had the TV shows on MTV,
Yeah.
the little pageant girls.
Yeah,
like
that's some weird
Some
shit.
of them parents just was like crazy with it. Like, if your
I mean-
child wants to do it, fine, but you ain't got to be on there. You got to put this makeup on at 6. Fuck that. I don't even want my kid to wear makeup at 6.
Hell nah, the fuck is you?
And they got a full face over that bitch.
I don't want my kid to
They
wear
beat
makeup,
up
period.
over
I
it.
hate that shit.
Yeah, like I hate when my no matter
You ready
how
for that conversation?
What?
Because it's coming.
he had it already. What you
Oh,
mean?
you already had it.
The makeup, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm 14. We
Yeah,
14
Jordan.
over
No,
that
you know what
shit.
I'm saying? Jordan.
I don't be no
Yeah,
shit.
you at that
She
age.
wants to wear that shit and
You
lip
had it.
gloss. She put on a pound of that shit. And it is what it is. Shit.
Lip gloss get popping by age 6.
Man, that shit crazy. Like, I'm at the point, nigga. I had the boyfriend came over on Christmas morning to give the gift. That's where I'm at now.
I'd have punched that nigga.
Oh. They had to exchange gifts. and
Yeah,
shit.
like they sitting there, and I'm over that bitch like, damn.
And so that also
Do I
means you-
snuff them?
You at that age where you have to help her pick one out too.
Nah, I ain't picking that shit out. What the fuck? I look? Man, you know what I realized?
That nigga
Well, you ain't picking it out, but you paying for it.
Yeah.
I ain't paying for that.
She ain't got no job.
Her aunt paid for that.
Oh.
Her aunt get more money than I do.
Nigga, mentally you paid for it.
Some type of way.
Mentally you paid for it.
You paid the power bill, so she ain't have to pay. Yeah.
You paid the
You
mind.
paid for it.
You paid the mindset of seeing her give it to him.
Nope.
You pay the internet that she used to
Now,
look up
I
the gift.
facilitated. You can come in here and give it.
You paid
know,
with
shit
that.
like
You paid with that.
But I was big. I was big on that. Like, nah.
What better call you, Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That country shit. That's that deep country now.
Like high school. Good, sir.
Good, sir. Sir. Massa. And then like you said, Massa.
Probably have his head down and shit.
That shit crazy. That's the craziest shit about getting old. But you,
Nigga, don't call me
that
sir.
nigga served me to death. Now.
Nigga, no, don't call me that.
And then you remember when you was that age and you was like, man,
But
I
that's
did
that
not want to meet this. See, that's
but
why
you used to be scared of that.
Right.
But hey, what shit worse when you realized the chick had a dad?
two-parent household? Shit.
Oh, you got a dad in
I
there?
thought your mom was just your
Hell
mom
nah.
and your aunt.
Single mother me.
It was cool going in there. Mama, she like you.
Even
He
your
look
uncle-
cute, little handsome.
even
But
your
daddy
uncle
coming
got
that
that.
bitch. Who you is, son?
Yeah, nigga.
Nigga, I was you.
Being that like,
What?
who me? I'm J baby.
I'm Jay. I had a
I'm
couple.
joking.
Nigga, I'd had a couple daddies come to my house though.
Come to your house. What you
Yeah, just couple. You messing with my daughter? Damn, nigga. Mama,
What they
get
came
him.
to your house for? What you were doing?
I was out here living, cheating on them, and the nigga came on. Nigga, your daughter 14, and you come to my mama house saying I'm cheating. I'd have had a mama do
that's
that. I had a
oh.
mama and a daddy do that.
Oh, that's some hoe shit.
and,
That nigga crazy.
and
I
my
just
mama,
hopped out and cagged your ass up or something.
my mama was like, "What you want me to do?" My mama
You
already.
can't get mad at a
you want me
nigga
to
cheating
do?
on your daughter, man.
He 14. What you want me to do?
You just
nigga?
tell them niggas ain't shit.
Mama was a real nigga.
and where you was hiding in the club.
I was
looking
right
out the
behind
window.
him. I was right behind him, like my boy. Yeah, yeah. I'm 14. What you want me to do?
That nigga so trash. But no, it ended up being cool. He's a little respectful little guy, you know, and I'm it's not lost on me. Where
You
they
believe
at.
it?
Huh?
Do you believe his
It's
act?
all a lie.
Is it an act?
Of course it's an act.
Okay.
Nigga, I don't forget how I was, nigga. When I was that age, the mamas them thought I was the best thing going.
But also acting is a sign of respect too, though, because you could come down a different type.
Shit,
of
what up, my nigga? What time, bro?
What's happening? What's happening?
For real,
Nigga,
that-
what if he stand on your
What's-
couch to get his gift?
What's happening? Get the fuck up out of here. Get his gift. Nigga, you ain't get no gift in my house.
Hey, bro, you seen my shit yet? Where it's at?
You ain't get no gift till you get her a ring.
Hey,
nigga.
man, you know what I'm
What's
saying?
to eat?
Y'all buy y'all daughter's boyfriend a gift?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I'm not even. But you know what I was about to say was what I learned is how quickly you can feel out of touch to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like now I'm at the point where I'm not finna buy her no girly gifts, cause like clothes and stuff. Cause I don't know what the fuck that shit is. As cool as I think I am,
Gift card at this point.
they different now.
They
You
just
know what I'm
wanna-
saying?
I get them a gift card for the
Right.
spot they want to shop, and you go shop.
That's
My
it.
little sister got an Amazon gift card.
Your
But
little
I-
sister old though. She don't count no more.
That's true. I started not to get her ass shit. And she
I
been
mean,
a little-
you still
and
gotta
she
get
been
a
little
gift.
flip at the mouth.
You got it. She grown enough to do that too.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Hell no, you don't want to see her look like.
But that's my thing. He talking about he'll get an Amazon gift card. They might look at that and be like, Amazon.
Amazon
that shit.
Nigga with
Think about
H&M.
it.
I
Our
would
folks
think-
used to give us that JC pen, that pennies.
Yeah,
Give
you'll
you
find
pennies.
some.
I'm like, man, this stupid shit. But they thought that was a good ass gift.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What the fuck I'm finna get out of pennies?
Yeah.
I'm taking the
You
gift.
get them Levi, go
Some
to school,
Lees.
get
It wasn't-
janked like a mother.
It wasn't even Levi.
FYI, I'm taking a gift card from anywhere at this point. I don't give a fuck.
You're
what-
old.
I know.
You're missing. That's my point.
I know. I'm
Right.
getting your point.
You probably gonna go buy sheets and some
I get it.
pillows.
I
with that
get it.
shit.
Nigga
Yeah.
go buy some J's. All they wanted was some Crocs, nigga.
Okay, you can get that off of Amazon. Shit.
They don't want the Amazon Crocs.
Well,
Nigga. They
you
gotta
better-
get it from the Crocs.com.
Figure it out.
See,
goddamn.
there you go. Did y'all see Jay-Z? I don't know if y'all saw this, but
He done did something else.
well, no, yeah, he might be in the process of selling Tidal.
Yeah,
The streaming service Tidal
makes
possibly to be sold to Square
Cash
Payment.
App. Yeah.
Yeah, to Square.
It makes sense. I get it. You buy your business to sell a business. That's just the
That's what
model.
they say. The best entrepreneurs, they buy it. I think he bought it for $56 million.
Probably gonna sell it for
You flip it,
156.
flip it. Now it's probably worth it might be worth close to $1 billion.
Yep, that's the purpose. So I,
I
get
think
it.
I was looking at 500 million. But that's a hell of a flip. But that's kind of what he's done his whole career.
It basically said that in 2015, Jay-Z acquired Tidal for $56 million, and now is alleged to sell it to the streaming service
They ain't gonna give
Square.
a price. They ain't gonna give a price on it, but
No, not yet, not to Apple.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's lucrative. Another word.
They saying that Tidal has struggled to gain a foothold in the music side.
You get why though?
Yeah. Apple.
And
It's so easy.
it ain't even Apple because ain't Spotify not? Is it Spotify?
I feel like
Isn't Spotify bigger?
Yeah, but Spotify's free.
I get it. No, it's not.
I feel
Yes,
like
it is. They have a free version.
I feel like the restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, Des. In music, I always felt like you got to make it easier for people to be able to
Not
to do
harder.
it. Not exclusive.
And titles just
exclusive
seems too
don't
hard.
work for
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Exclusive work for social media sites. That's what we're seeing with the what's it called? The house,
The
Clubhouse.
chatting room,
Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
It's people are so intrigued because it was exclusive. So now everybody going on there now because they felt like they couldn't.
Well, which
that
one
works
gonna have the
with,
most people?
that work, huh?
Which one gonna have the most people? Twitter, which is free and come as you are, or
Well,
Chatty
peop-
House that's gonna make you.
Well, it just depends because Twitter and Facebook and shit been around, so that's why they can gain traction because it was exclusive. But with music, I think music has to be as easy as possible for people to listen to you.
I think that's anything media wise at this point. Music, movies, TV shows. We want it to be as easy as
But
possible.
it's just so, like he said, so convenient. Like we all got Apple Music,
Right,
So
and
you
that's
go on
why,
there, you
and that's
can
why I think
share.
it's even crazier because Spotify is free, but we have the Apple shit we got to pay for because it's better.
I just always hated Spotify setup because you started off free. It's hard to start off free and then move to paid subscription.
Only reason I got Spotify is because of the restrictions that Google and all that shit. I got all that Google Play in the house.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can't do it right if you don't have Spotify.
You pay for Spotify?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. $9.99.
Oh, hell
But
But
I
if you
think-
didn't have that, would you have Spotify? Or would you
Hell
just
no.
keep your,
If it wasn't for the fact that
If you just
my
had to
Google
choose one.
speakers make you have to have it, then that's why I got it.
Right.
But it's cheaper than trying to go get a Sonos. I wanted a Sonos, and this was my
That's what's
Well,
equivalent
this is
to
my
Apple?
alternative.
not in 2 years after you pay $9.99 for goddamn 2 years.
Still ain't it's easier to pay $9.99 a month than go pay
Then pay.
$1,400 in one swoop.
Yeah.
And that's what you need to have for Apple?
No, for Sonos.
I'm saying, but what is that equivalent to? Is that Spotify? Is that Apple? Is that Sonos is equivalent to what?
That was apple and oranges, who did? Sonos is the hardware.
I know,
Speaker.
but I'm saying, so what is equivalent if you prefer
No.
to have
So like
Apple
Sonos,
Music?
Sonos, you buy one speaker, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you buy the whole system, you can have a whole home speaker system throughout your whole house.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna spend $1,400 to do it. Whereas
Google
with
Play,
Google,
yeah.
you can go get 2 of those Google speakers for $19.99, put them at different spots in the house, go on your Google app, but they require Spotify or YouTube music service
Gotcha.
to be able to do it whole home.
So that's what I was saying. So for Sonos, you more so would be using Apple with that. But as far as Google Play, you're going to
Well,
use
Sonos, you
Spotify.
can use
You're
whatever
gonna
you
use-
want to use.
Gotcha. That's what I'm saying.
Because Apple does restrict you because I got the home pod and the mini pod in the bathroom, but with Apple, it's all this smart home shit. A lot of it is either too high or it doesn't connect. So that'd be the problem you run
It
into.
don't connect everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuz
I can
told
get-
me Google was the play, but
Yeah, he been saying
Apple
it.
just be
most of
so
them
fucking
tech
convenient.
most tech niggas say that because it lets you do more, but you're more of
Well,
a risk
it's
as well.
it's the same thing that Dad's been telling y'all for the longest. Apple is just more restrictive.
Right. Which is that good or bad though? For me,
I'm
it's
It just
cool with-
depends.
I'm cool with the restrictions. My texts don't need to be in cursive. I need to, I like taking. I take
I mean,
pictures and get
I
it in there.
love Apple. Apple's my shit. It's my go-to. But when it comes to the shit around the house, it is easier to not be restrictive. And I think it's nothing but a matter of time before they figure out some kind of deal where they can work out, where you can use both of them in there. But Apple don't play that. Either that or Apple gonna make some little speakers just like Google.
it's gonna fuck around sooner or later. It's
Well, they
gonna be your
have.
home
They
alone
got the
system.
mini. I mean, it's still $100, but that's more than the
That's less than the
400
Sonos.
that-
Yeah, a lot less than Sonos. Google Home Mini. What's that right there? Apple Home. How much? that?
HomePod.
How much that?
that was like I think 350, 400. But the minis, that sound just as good as 100. So that's reasonable.
Y'all saw the Pistons. They doing a partnership with Big Sean.
I forgot. there was even
where
people.
he's gonna be the creative of the creative director of innovations. They basically hired him on full-time job to be what I just said, the director of creative innovations.
I have no clue what that means, but
Creative innovation.
I'm still not watching the Detroit Pistons.
Why not? That was good at a point. What if they go back to the
Nigga,
bad
Chauncey
boys?
Billups. I ain't even like them with
Chauncey
Chauncey Billups. Boring ass play.
I like anybody who's good. Me personally.
Them niggas suck. I did like Rip Hamilton though.
Right.
Cause like his game was kind of like mine.
It basically said that he was gonna do a
Not at
various,
all. Not at all.
not even close.
Big dummy.
But he said that it's gonna be like a creative council strategic guidance, help them with merchandising and design, in-game experience, co-branding for the community and social responsibility activation, stuff like that. I look at it from a different place. I think it's just dope that they know who to look to. They're looking to rappers and people who are of that community to help bring that experience. Because sometimes you look at it, and let's just be honest, some of these owners are older white gentlemen who may not know anything about what's going on in the community, and to start getting hip-hop people more influence over that. Jay-Z had a lot to do with Brooklyn at one point. It was a small percentage, but he was there.
All right, man, but just hopefully, even though they hire these people, hopefully they let them do their job. Because I want to say the Knicks hired somebody, a black person for their Steve Stops.
Steve
They hired him for basically their marketing to like make them market to the black community. You know what they told him? No, you got to stop doing your job. No, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. So no, if you're gonna hire these people, good and perfect and fine, but it's not just for show. Let them actually do their job because they're marketing to us and to the shit we want to see. And I get it's not going to market to everybody. Maybe it may offend some people sometimes. But
and it's kind of crazy that you say that because I finally watched that. One of y'all I think Can't Get Right brought it up a week or two ago about Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, the last movie. I think that Chadwick Boseman was
brought
in.
it up. Yeah,
yeah. And
give my credit, cuz don't be stealing my credit.
I finally watched it. I watched it the other night. It was cool. I thought it was good. I think the messaging to me is better. But you were saying how you hire black people and don't let them do what they're supposed to do. I thought in that it was kind of crazy because Ma Rainey was like one of the biggest blues singers, and she was from the South.
And it was hindering her.
And one thing about the South was the South had already had, although the South was fucked up, we had already had our they had their own blues club. They had their own music.
We had our stable going.
Yeah, that was already doing what we do. But she went up north to record with them, and they was trying to tell her how to do her. And she was like, nah, y'all can't tell me how to do me. Like, I know how to do this. Shut up. This is what we finna do. This is how we finna do it. You can't tell me how to do our music. So it just made me to say, like, you hiring these people to do what they do.
You hire a black woman to come up here and sing the blues and let a white man control her.
And that's exactly how it was. But she knew her worth. She handled them crazy.
I saw that. In the preview.
She handled them
like,
crazy.
I go on when I go on.
Yeah, she handled them crazy. She made them go give me some cokes. I ain't going on till you give me some cokes. She told them who was gonna be on her song, how it was gonna go, because she knew her worth and she knew that y'all finna make way more money off of me than I'm finna even make. So shut the fuck up, sit back, because if y'all keep fucking with me, I'm finna go somewhere else.
Enjoy the ride.
Right.
Chill out and enjoy the ride.
So if you ain't seen it, it's dope.
I'm gonna
check it out.
I definitely gotta watch it for the simple fact that it's Chadwick, and for the simple fact it reminds me of a movie like Ray.
And it's a lot of hidden
jewels,
hidden
lessons.
Messages.
Yeah,
you know, it's a lot of different stuff that happen in scenes that you gotta kind of decode the messages and shit from. So I thought it was dope. Especially
shit like
some
that.
of the
Shit like that. I like to watch 2 or 3 times to get the full understanding of it, because you might miss something here and there. And you gotta just and that just goes back to any movie we've ever watched that we've always been saying.
Yeah.
Or lately we've been saying if there's no movie we watch multiple times.
I watched.
You gotta pick and choose which one. Like Django, 1,000,000 times.
Boy, I love Django.
1,000,000
I like
times.
Django
And I
too.
learn a new lesson every time. You know?
I watched the Disney Soul too. I'm not gonna give it away just because it's early.
Give us something though. Give us something to make us watch it.
Only thing I'm gonna say is it's good messaging in that. It threw me off because I didn't know. I had no idea what the movie was supposed to be about. I was just watching people like, oh, Jamie Foxx in it. Oh, this is black, da da da. So I watched it, and I was fucked up at first because it wasn't what I was expecting. You know what I'm saying? But after watching it, it's different. It was weird to me, but the messaging behind that is kind of good too. So,
and I've noticed that too. But a lot of times for me, when they say spoiler alerts, it doesn't really spoil my alerts, so to say. Like I still like when on Queen and Slim dies at the end. But until you watch it, it really for me wasn't spoiled because I didn't see it that way. And just sometimes just still.
I don't know about that, because you big. Like, well, what was it about? And I tell you, well, fuck, I gotta watch that. I already know that. I'm like, man, you gotta watch it.
And
but I already know that.
I think that's why I'm a person to say.
I want to, because he asked me last night with Soul. He was like, Is it a message I already know? Yeah, nigga, you
But-
30 fucking 5 years, 36,
But
37.
I'm also still
of course.
I'm also still gonna watch it.
I don't know.
That's
but-
my point. I'm still
Nah,
gonna watch it.
You real big
Nah,
on. I'd
some-
be like, hey, watch this for the pub. Well, what they talking about? They talking about that? Oh, I already know about that.
Well, it depends on the bullshit that it is.
Some spoilers are spoilers. Like when them fuck niggas get on Power, you know, when Power was popping and you could watch it, you know what I'm saying, at
I don't
midnight.
remember. I don't remember Power Pop.
Okay. But
Y'all watch any of the new Power?
I've been
I
watching
haven't.
it.
I haven't watched
I ain't
a
watched not
single
one
episode.
episode.
Not one.
So what is it? Is it good? Is it cool? What?
I would say
I
it's
keep saying it was. I hear it was real good.
I would
see-
say it's no. It's better than the last maybe 2 seasons of Power.
That's what I keep
I
hearing.
saw that Kanan about to come out with his story. Kanan story I'll watch.
I think you should watch it.
I think I'm gonna go back and watch it. I was so turned off by how Power ended,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you got
yeah.
rid of Ghost, and then you wanted me to a nigga that you made me hate the whole episode, and Tariq, you want to make him the man, and it. But I keep seeing that it's good, so I'm gonna go back and watch it.
I still
mean-
ain't watched
I
the
mean-
last season.
Because I was one
Power.
of the early Power watchers.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it so much before people
Everybody
got on it. Yeah, because I always had all of them cable.
Y'all commercialize it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that
then
nigga
once
stunt- nigga
it took
stunt on
about
y'all.
2-3 seasons before everybody got to
Nigga
it.
had 9,000 cable channels. Nigga, y'all ain't had shit.
Nigga, that first season of Power was so fucking live.
the,
and
the
then,
first
live.
couple. The first
and then,
couple.
and then when it was like, oh shit, I'm the only one really on this shit. Like ain't nobody else, because I don't need social media to, you know what I'm saying, to be like, oh, this shit popping. But that shit was so dope. And then it just, but a lot of the writers, you know, they get to going and
Yeah,
want
people
more
get
money
paid,
and-
people get money, people move on.
But I'm gonna
Shit
check it out,
changes.
and then it's gonna be good. Cause sometimes I do like binge watching shit.
But Mary J. Blige, she's super dope in it. Her family.
What about
the way
Method
they
Man?
do-
You don't
He's
remember?
cool. He kind of like a black turtle. You know what turtle was as a lawyer for them, but he just a little bit. He a black turtle, I would say. But he dope in it. But I mean, shit, they made one of the best hip hop videos of all time. So
Mary J and Method Man.
yeah,
I need. Don't hit that note no more. I don't know if y'all saw
hey,
this,
ass nigga.
but Brun put up a post, and I think it's kind of part of a much needed conversation and things we need to normalize. He basically said to all the young boys, it's okay if you never caught a body. It's okay if you never had a bag from hustling in the streets and you work a job. It's okay if you rather play sports than do drugs. It's okay, dog,
Always.
I promise. It might look cool, but it ain't worth it. If you can live life without having to worry about the ops or the feds, you're winning. Don't let nobody tell you different. 100.
Hopefully they listen. Hopefully
Nah,
they listen.
but hopefully they would, because it's the truth.
Yeah, and I think that it's been a big rash. Even at one point, the sports people, I mean, rappers have always been cool and polarizing, right? But at one point, it's always like Mike. Like, if I can be like Mike,
Like
or it was
Mike.
always cool. But I think now we've glorified and normalized niggas with 2,200 pistols in the video. Niggas talking about the people they didn't kill, or subliminalizing, if that's even a word, the people that they've killed, something that they've done to people. And I think that they're glorifying that because you seeing those people. I just started rapping 3 months ago, and they own with 200 videos, and I think it is making a lot of young boys look to them like that's the way, or that's the new wave. So I think people like Brun need to start speaking out about stuff like that.
I agree, because I damn sure think that it's more so niggas who was our age who speaks those things. Like,
You old?
I am Unc. I'm Unc. I be damned if I glorify that shit, nigga. I'm
Right.
nigga. I went got a pendant on for my chain that symbolizes my wife's name, nigga. I'm about family, nigga. That's what I'm about at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm about my family and I'm about shit like that. So that's what I'm going for. Now that's what I want everybody to go for. You know, go for your family. Do stuff for your kids.
You do
stuff
realize
for
as
your-
you get older,
it's easier
like
to say
what
that.
he was saying about Christmas. You know, the Christmas Eve, it'd be dope to go out to the club that night. But at some point, once you grow older, man, and some of these kids ain't even afforded the opportunity to get older.
To get
yet.
old.
Yeah, like they get killed or stuff happens to them, or they go to jail at 18, 19, and they're not even getting that situation. But
You think
they,
that's
they
just a
call you
cycle?
Unc, they call you Unc, and they say all that stuff. But one thing about getting older, once you start switching the value on what's fun, and what's exciting to you, it's totally like I had so much fun. Dez was talking earlier about me out there with Logan playing in the car. Nigga, I had a great time.
That was the blast for you.
I had a great time. Like the same time that I had in that club, I had there watching her drive that fucking car around the neighborhood.
So do you think that that's just going to be a revolving cycle? And if I'm 22, I'm not going to hear this message as if I'm 36. Because, nigga, yes, at 35, 36, I'm going to love having my kids out here in the streets and enjoying their little cars.
It's just some of that street
and building a
It's
tent.
something you can be instilled in.
But at 23, do I really want to hear that?
No.
Honestly,
But
right. and
also
that's-
at 23, you
that's
don't
all I'm
shoot
saying.
niggas either.
But
though.
but
So-
you do.
Some do. Some think. I don't agree with that. And
But
that's
you-
not what I did. But the niggas who doing it, I can
But you
see
do it-
how they get it.
You do
think
remember,
that way.
like, I remember some of the lessons that old heads said.
I remember all of
that
them.
you remember.
But I wasn't doing them.
yeah, but if you're fortunate enough to make it through some of those fucked up situations or things that you put yourself in, you do realize, like, damn, old school who did try
Told
to
me
tell me
that.
that.
I say that, fool. I say that all the time, nigga. My mama was right with these stories. Like, we say it all the time. My mama was right. My daddy was right. I should have listened. But at 22, I wasn't
Yeah,
listening.
sometimes
But
you
yeah, I
wasn't.
see
It
it
be a
now.
thing.
But majority of the times, nigga, I wasn't listening. My
I
friends
just do
wasn't
think-
listening.
I do
and
think
my
that-
kids not listening to that either.
But I do think that, like, the glorifying of, like, all of that shit is getting crazy. Like, at the end of the day, the internet, man, is the internet. It goes out to millions of people at any given time. FBI, police departments, they have the ability to look at the shit that you're putting and posting on the internet. Stop posting that shit on the internet. Do your thing. Even if you done did some dirty shit or handled your business in whatever kind of way, don't go to the
Nah,
internet.
some of that
with
shit,
it, man.
some of that shit, I just don't get, fool. Because no matter how crazy or how young or how fun I was, I don't think I ever incriminated myself on
But
the
that's
internet.
because you
We
knew
come from that
your
era,
life. Your life didn't revolve around the internet.
Yeah.
They grew up with the internet, so it's a little different for them. It does give them. It might give them money. It might give them more influence and everything to put that shit on the internet. Because if you ain't posting the guns and shit like that, maybe you're not cool.
You're not getting rewarded either.
Yeah, maybe you lame. Maybe you're not even getting the extra followers. So they feel like that's what they got to do to show that shit. And all that's doing is just showing you,
And that-
damn, my homeboy a convicted felon and he posted in this video with a gun for them to come violate him.
And he going to
like,
jail.
come on, man. That's
He
just
got
stupid.
$2,000, but he going to jail.
I mean, our age was just different. Like Stock said, it's not the internet age, but
Well, sometimes that's tricky
niggas
too.
that was doing dirt. I mean, of course they was flashy.
Well,
but to
stop,
a
stop,
small
stop.
group of people.
Sometimes that's tricky too because sometimes we see niggas our age who come from our era who still doing that bullshit too.
Well, we had our version.
true.
Our
So,
version
you
was
know.
different. It still was stupid, but our version, a nigga got a goddamn 745 and ain't never worked a job, and you 19, 20 years old.
You know where it come
You
from.
putting a target on yourself.
You know where it
what I
come
mean?
from.
So we didn't have the internet, but we had niggas that did dumb shit.
Yeah.
You ain't never had no job, but you got this 3-4 foreign cars.
Yeah.
How you get it? You know what I'm saying? You putting that target on yourself. It's okay sometimes to sit back in the cut, man, and collect all the money and let everybody else go shine if they want to go shine.
I don't know, but I look at it like, nigga, I would have been a successful dope boy. Cause I wouldn't have did that. That's just me in my mind. I'm crazy, but I think I would
I
have
don't
been.
think you would have.
I think I would have because I don't.
This
It's
nigga-
your regular job. You stunned a little bit.
This nigga
That's
had
because
Prada
I know
shoes.
what I
Nigga,
can.
nigga with
No,
your
nigga
pale
had-
grant.
no,
yes,
nigga
with
had
your
Prada
pale grant.
shoes,
You had
man.
Prada shoes. Your pale grant.
That was legal money.
Yeah, it was
Of
legal. But so
course.
imagine if it was illegal money when you had
Yeah.
$80,000.
Well.
Nigga had rims, man, on a Camaro.
Yes. You had 8 Camaros in
Hey,
college.
listen,
Yeah, who?
cut that out, Dez. Please,
Why you say it?
because I wanted y'all to hear it, just to know my point.
But that point,
It ain't about that.
but that point still doesn't make a difference.
it does.
You didn't have the money that we're talking about.
I
You
know.
didn't have $150,000 at 19, Huda.
I get it,
But with your Pell Grant of $6,000, you had Prada shoes.
because that was legal money, that it was for clothes.
But
It was a
what
clothing
you had
check.
done with the
It was for-
$100,000?
No. It was for clothes. I went and bought clothes.
No, that's one pair of shoes for your whole clothing check.
So what? They didn't tell me I couldn't go buy products.
So imagine if
So
you
what?
had $100,000 free illegal money. What would you have bought?
Like
You had a Camaro with rims on it.
But because it wasn't illegal.
Okay, so if it was illegal, and
I
you
wouldn't
had
have done
money,
it. I wouldn't have put it on the internet. That's my point.
I think you're being a little.
I'm
I think
not.
you're being a little unkish.
I don't think so.
Look,
I don't
look,
think
Yeah,
so.
you being a little
No,
unkish.
I'm simply speaking on what I did.
Yeah, man.
And what you did. And what you did.
Look,
like,
You being a little unkish.
Something
think
more
so.
more relevant. I asked you about your truck because you have a Hemi. And I said, do you really need the Hemi? Or
And I
was
told-
it because
and-
it
and
say
what
on
I
the
told you.
outside
What I
Hemi?
told you.
You said because it say on the outside Hemi.
and then I basically meaning
Because
no.
you want everybody to know that you got a Hemi, not
No,
that you even
I don't
use
go
it.
stunt that I got a Hemi and I didn't get that Hemi illegally. But if you come and ask me, nigga, I'm gonna be real with you and tell you you don't need that shit.
I don't think you
just
said
like
the
I
point.
did. No, I told you you didn't need a Hemi. That's the point.
And I asked you why you got a Hemi. And you said, so people would know I got a Hemi.
Right, but I'm not bragging about it.
I don't care what that nigga say. He can say whatever he want to say. If that nigga had $100,000 in illegal money, he at that age and at that time, for a nigga who had some of that stuff,
Right.
he would have did it,
I just think you all who you are.
and you would have had rims with a Camaro on it.
And I wouldn't have been stunting about it on the internet.
Yeah, you instead of having, you would have had the
Because
newest
I had
version.
that. Because I had that.
Right,
So, you
with
know,
legal money. So you would have did it with illegal money.
I don't know.
Yes.
No.
You did it with legal money. Why wouldn't you do it with illegal money?
Right.
Because when
Especially fast money.
Okay, so listen and understand what I'm saying. Because when I had illegal money, I didn't do that with the illegal money. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, I did it with the legal money. But when I had the illegal money, I didn't do that with the illegal money.
I got you.
So I don't know why that's hard to understand.
I hear you.
I ain't put.
We're not
illegal-
agreeing with you though. We just
That's fine. But I ain't show you the illegal bank statements that I had.
Um,
I ain't show you that. I'm just saying, I ain't show you that.
Brian Keller said that it's time that college football stop worshiping the Rose Bowl. Said that the Rose Bowl is having too much control over what time and when bowls are played. It always has to be played at that same time every year. They kind of been having a hindrance on who gets to play in it, from what region, and they have to schedule everything around the Rose Bowl. And it's like, man, hey, in 2020, it's time out for that shit.
Agreed.
I get it, but fuck you, Brian Kelly. But
Why?
I just don't like him as a person.
Does he have a point though?
Yes.
Then that's all that matters. Let's talk about the point,
But
not him.
I don't understand why before the playoffs and stuff, the Rose Bowl was a big hoop-de-doo.
My question would be: does any other bowl do that? If no other bowl does that,
No.
then fuck no. But if all of the other bowls do the same thing, then I get his point. But
Well,
I feel like
but
he's
the
saying-
Rose Bowl, it's a
It's
a
an
parade
event.
tied to it.
I think what's making it even more
was this year.
was because there's no even fans, and they're
And they
still dictating so much.
right,
Well,
they're not,
even a
'cause
year
they're
that
moving.
makes zero sense to play the semifinals there in an empty stadium, and you're gonna have a team that's traveling from Alabama or wherever to travel all the way out there with no fans and none of that shit there. Why is the Rose Bowl able to dictate that?
I mean, because it's their rules. We know we go by state laws and state rules. And the state law right now is you can't have fans at the football game. So
What
if you
was
don't
the
get
Rose
that,
Bowl originally? It was Pac-10 and who else? Who was
Big
tied
Ten.
to the Rose Bowl?
Big Ten and
Big
Pac-10.
Ten. Yeah, like
Big
that
Ten-
was Michigan, USC,
That was a
you know.
dumbass bowl because the Big Ten, the Midwest,
But
that
that
was a
only-
dumbass bowl
Actually-
to start
But that
with.
only happened because they wanted. It only changed because if you want to be a part of the playoffs,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Yeah.
So the playoffs makes it more
Right, that's
different.
what I'm
like,
saying, but
Well, they
Pac-10.
even threatened Notre Dame even threatened to pull out, like
of the playoffs.
of the Rose Bowl. Like, why the fuck we gotta go to the Rose Bowl? Alabama, you got a stadium. Notre Dame got a stadium. Why we going there?
Let's
Or
go
whoever
there.
they playing.
They playing the
That's
Rose
my-
Bowl in
that's cool.
Texas, right?
Yeah, they moved
No, you
it
can't
to
play the Rose Bowl.
Well,
in
they
Texas.
moved it. They moved it
Yeah,
because
they
they can't.
moved.
They
The
moved
Rose
it
Bowl's
from
in
there
Texas.
to Jerry Jones.
Oh,
shit.
well, that might be why.
yeah, it's
'cause
that
he
Jerry
said
Jones
that-
shit now. Is
Yeah.
that so? Is that
So
is
it's
that Jerry's
not the
world?
Rose Bowl anymore then?
It's not. And it's
Right.
because they couldn't have fans, so they moved that shit within like 2 days. But like, shit, we going here,
Could that and this is older. He said this,
and that's
shit
why I
like-
said that the rules are the rules.
This
If you're gonna
came
go
out
by the rules of the state, you
the-
go by the rules of the state.
this came out that Sunday after we got through pudding. So by now they might have had changed it. He might have been part of the reason why they changed it.
Who?
Brian Keller, like some of the stuff that they were saying, some of the things that Notre Dame was
No, I
saying.
just
made
think
no
that
sense.
I just think that they wanted fans at that game.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck where it was because they want fans at that game. If you can't have fans, they moving it. Simple
Right,
as
and
that.
so that's why he was saying,
Brian Kelly,
again,
even
why
if
is
he
the
said-
Rose Bowl able to dictate so much?
But one thing Brian Kelly was, he
Apparently
was just
they're
like,
not.
man, let's just have at least family. Let these kids family come.
Right,
on.
right.
Like,
And that's
not
what I'm
even
saying.
fans, shit,
Again,
family.
this came out before they moved it.
Okay.
That's what I keep saying. It came out last Sunday.
It's gone at this point. So whatever. Brian Kelly, cool, and I see what you're saying, and I get it. But I just think that yes, there should be some fans and some family at that game. So if you can put it in Jerry's world and have family and friends, cool. The Coliseum is big as fuck. The Rose Bowl is stupid for not at least accepting that.
It's
But
a lot
to
of
your
land.
point, that's a state law.
It is.
So they can't really supersede a state
Well,
law.
to be fair, they've been saying that California laws have been weird and different and crazy the entire time.
They
too,
said
so
that in New York, and I was talking to a New Yorker who said that they felt like what Como doing was
needed.
made sense.
Yeah, so I get it. I just don't think that it doesn't seem like it adds up. It feel like it's different here compared to where it's different there. You know,
Well, we
I
in
feel
the
like
South, so we gonna
I know, but I feel like whether you're in New York or California, you can get enough people in the stadium to where they're safe.
Yeah, but if the state law is saying no gatherings, period, of more than 6 people or 8 people, how you gonna put them in a stadium if the state law says that they can't be in a stadium?
I get it both ways. I get that, and I also get that if you have 5K people in a 100K people stadium, I'm okay with that.
Hey man, no fans should have been allowed in no sporting events. I haven't went to a sporting event this year,
Me neither.
and I'm perfectly okay.
Me
Right.
too. I'm fine with it.
So that
I
shit's
get it.
stupid.
I'm with you.
But
on that.
because they got to make their money somehow.
Because you can't be safe. Like I love sporting events. Y'all know what I like to do at sporting events.
Let's be
I like
fair.
to eat
Let's be fair.
nachos.
Let's be
and
fair.
drink
Let's
beer.
be fair. If they let 5,000 people in Legion Field, you don't think you could be safe?
You got to go through a gate. You got to.
I
get
think
it. I get it, but
I look at it different.
I think you can be safe for the simple fact that I think you go places to where there's a lot lesser capacity. And you still.
I
go.
look at it different.
But what if you go and you see your center that you played football with? You ain't gonna go talk to him?
I look at it different.
That's
You look at
regardless.
something like Alabama. It holds 100,000 plus people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's 100,000 people that got to sit in front of a TV and watch it. So you're gonna make more TV revenue. Figure it out. Figure out the difference.
Well. That's tricky because TV revenue has already been configured for this year. Like they thought about TV revenue for this year 5 years ago in the contract.
Yeah,
So
but-
I get that a million more people are watching on TV, but you're not getting more money because I didn't agree to that already.
I don't know about that one.
Why not? They signed that deal 5 years ago. Let's say.
Yeah, they signed that deal, but if you tell me the ratings then went through the roof, you gonna give me that same money that you was giving me?
Yeah, because that's the
No.
deal you signed.
Hell no.
That's the deal you signed.
Man,
No.
sometimes you got to put people
I
over
agree.
money.
I agree. Like morally, yes.
the deal
we should
that
change it.
you signed this year, you probably thought
Like-
when you scheduled whoever you scheduled, let's say Alabama scheduled USC
Mm-hmm.
to play this season. Didn't they fuck up that contract to play all SEC games?
Yeah,
Right. So you gotta redo shit.
I get it.
That's it.
I get it, but
Gotta
that's
redo it.
The deal that was signed is that you
And the
get this,
deal
I
that
get
was signed with a team, nigga, they set schedules 3-4 years out.
Agreed.
So whoever was supposed to play Alabama in the non-conference games, most people went to conference schedule. Let's redo it.
I get it.
We've had to redo everything.
I agree, but also you already signed that this is this. So you sometimes they can say we gonna go with this.
Redo that.
I don't agree with
man,
it, but
redo it.
If,
It's COVID.
if ESPN, CBS, NBC, because they numbers got to be up, they should morally, but they probably not shoot schools a little extra bread. I know.
they should. I agree. They should.
They will.
But shout out UAB.
You know how that
'cause,
business shit go. That business shit go like, hey man, you signed this deal for $1 million. You in the hole
Yeah,
for me.
and that
We
with-
just talked about that.
Yeah, but also
COVID's
that deal gonna go out soon.
It will. And
And you
I'm gonna
gon-
remember that. You gonna remember
Right.
that.
You
So-
got
Right.
you got a crafty attorney. A crafty attorney gonna say, "Hey man, nigga, you sign people around the country sign deals to pay their rent. They sign contracts, right? Oh, we're giving extensions. It's COVID. Yeah, you don't have to pay. Hey, you don't have to pay your student loans this year. It's COVID. Everybody's redoing deals around this time.
I agree if that's the deal they came up with. But if they didn't come up with a deal, then they gotta go with
I
the deal
guarantee
they go
they
with.
redone some of these TV restructures. I guarantee. Guaranteed.
Them niggas be tricky.
Guaranteed.
They be selfish and tricky.
Guaranteed.
Hopefully.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Y'all want to be tricky? Shit, we not playing on this motherfucker. Just like Notre Dame was just about to say, we not playing out here.
I agree.
Now we go to Jerry World. Okay, we'll play.
That's how it should be.
You got leverage too, nigga. Everybody, if you are the attraction or you are the business or the entity, we can play this game too.
I get it. And I think that goes back to us saying what we were saying. Like, nigga, you 36 not thinking as a 22-year-old, but these 22-year-old kids want to play ball.
Yeah, we're not talking about the 22-year-old.
I
The
know,
22-year-old kids
I
don't
know.
get to say if they playing in Jerry's World or if they playing in the Rose Bowl.
I get it.
That's made by people who are our age
I
and
get
older.
it. And I think that they have more say than they've had before.
Just like wasn't that you that was saying Notre Dame was talking about NBC or somebody
NBC.
not giving
Yeah,
them?
they NBC.
Yeah,
Like,
NBC.
ESPN,
Fuck y'all.
yeah.
Y'all got to give us more money at this point. And if they hold out, then what happens?
If NBC say no, you sign a contract, they're gonna be like, you know what? That contract up in 3 years. Fuck y'all.
We gonna
I'm
go
moving
to.
to ACC.
some people that's selfish. I would hope they're not, but some people that's selfish.
That's
Some
just
people
bad
that's
business.
stupid. So
That's
to say.
stupid business.
Exactly. Some people that's stupid, and they're gonna try to big dick you. I'm the big dick. I'm the big wig in here. Nah, nigga, you gonna follow my rules. We signed this deal. You live up to it or fuck it.
I think under COVID, I think both people kind of understand.
Yeah.
Did you say you had some pick'ems or some shit?
I got some pick'ems on some shit. Before we get to pick'ems, anything else? Let me see. Okay, so pick'ems. Let's start early. We got Oklahoma, number 6 against Florida, number 7. 6 versus 7. Oklahoma, Florida.
Florida been
Florida.
super consistent. They lost 3 games, but they lost 3 tough games. I still think Florida is one of the tougher teams in the country. But just because they lost 3, they out. But I think that they'll beat Oklahoma.
I'm going to go Oklahoma for the simple fact that I think that Florida have some kids moving on. Like, they've moved on to the NFL.
Oh,
at
the
this
tight
point.
end.
Yeah, Pitts.
Right, and I just think that Oklahoma is all in, and they feel like they all coming back for the majority of it.
They suck.
I'm going to go Oklahoma.
No.
That's
Florida.
Okay. Cincinnati, Georgia. 8. Cincinnati is 8. Georgia is 9.
Georgia.
Cincinnati, Georgia.
Georgia been playing good football down the stretch.
Georgia.
They switched to JT Daniels. He been looking real good. Everything about Georgia been they look real good down the stretch. I'll go Georgia.
I don't think it's gonna be close.
It'll be close.
I think it'll be
10 plus.
That's close enough. You know, I'm gonna go Georgia though. If Georgia plays good quarterback play, I'm gonna go with whoever plays the best quarterback play. But I think Georgia will, so I'm gonna go Georgia. 5 Texas A&M. This is a tricky one. 13 North Carolina. North Carolina offense is impressive.
Texas ain't there.
Over North Carolina. 13. Okay.
I can see how North Carolina could sneak them. That's that letdown. Texas A&M felt like they should be in the BCS Bowl. In Texas A&M, to me, although they only lost 1 game, they just, to me, they seem to be inconsistent sometimes. But I'm going to go Texas
How they
A&M
inconsistent with losing 1 game to the best team in the country?
because they play down. Even though
Play to
they
the
win, they
competition.
play down. Like, I watched them in a shootout with, I forgot. God damn it, I can't remember who it was. But they should have probably handled them. They was like
Was it Missouri?
20-something point favorites and only won by like 4 or 5.
So
That
I
happens.
have a question. With that being said, or not we, but are y'all being biased for the simple fact that you pick all SEC teams?
Yes.
And you know we say they say people say this is SEC country.
Yes.
In the first 3 games, you pick 3 SEC teams.
Yes.
Because in those games that you gave to me,
like they
those are the
better.
better teams. I'm not being, you know me, I don't give a fuck about SEC, ACC. I just feel like that they, in those games that you just gave me, those are the better teams to win.
I'm gonna go North Carolina because I think that their offense is gonna put up more points. Texas A&M offense is decent, but I just feel like it's gonna be one of those games where defense is irrelevant. So I'm gonna go with
I
the
can
better
see that.
offense, and I'm gonna go with North Carolina.
I can see that. North Carolina can put up points, and Texas A&M defense is real suspect.
But defense is irrelevant to you running to a damn defense. Like they've been playing it. They haven't. What defense they play?
But do you think that like bowl games is the place where you run into a defense?
Hell yeah.
I don't. I think it's the opposite.
I think the SEC struggle a lot in bowl games too because for them, not all of them, but some of them are thinking playoffs are better, and then they do have a lot of players that opt out.
Right, and that's another thing you realize. Like they realize that we're not playing for the championship we're opting out or we're quitting. And
Yeah.
that to me, that's what I see it as. We're
But,
quitting or we're relaxed.
But I will
Sorry.
say, I think the SEC is getting away from defense.
Yeah,
You're
big
seeing
time.
these 45,
Even the better,
38
even the
games.
Bamas.
Yeah.
But the
That
Bamas,
defense always
they-
show up against
when they need
lesser
to.
offenses.
Exactly. They go like the Bama gonna put up 45 points, but then they're gonna give up 10 or 15 to Georgia.
It's like,
You know,
like who plays Notre Dame first?
Bama.
Bama gonna beat the shit out of Notre Dame.
I
That's
think
when
so.
defense gonna come up.
I think so. But then also since they've laxed on defense, I wouldn't be surprised.
Clemson plays who? Ohio State.
Yeah, that's gonna be the game.
That's gonna be the game.
We about to pick it. Hold on. So
I
speaking
think
of
we just
those
kind
two,
of picked them.
yeah, we
but
did. But everybody didn't. So Clemson, Ohio State. Clemson 2, Ohio State 3. Who you got?
Clemson.
Clemson.
I feel, and it's only because I feel like Ohio State is electrifying. They got a good offense, but Phil's been struggling. The last 2 weeks, he struggled. He struggled against Northwestern real bad. I think Clemson playing ever since my man got back.
Okay.
The quarterback, they've been
Fields
clicking. They've been scoring with ease. I just got Clemson.
So I got a
think
question
it's
about
Alabama,
that.
Clemson.
Question about that. If Clemson does this, I think they win easily. The teams that have played good against Ohio State's offense have been teams who have bend but don't break. Make them earn it. Make them go. And I think that Clemson is the opposite of that. I think Clemson is a team that's going to blitz you, they're going to pressure you, and make you make a decision that's going to make you make a big play. Whereas the Northwestern is going to play the cover threes, the covers fours, the way back off you, let everything happen up underneath, and you make a play. And I think that Clemson has struggled against that.
Clemson.
As much as
Man,
they
them
can.
fast ass niggas gonna run up on field so fast. He gonna be fucked up all day.
Clemson, man.
But
I
I
think
am
it's
gonna watch. Like, if I catch the Alabama game, cool. But that Clemson, Ohio, I'm gonna watch every play unless they get out of hand.
2020 has taught me to take chances. I'm going fucking Ohio State. For the simple fact that I think they're going to play that nice, safe, boring, make a tackle or defense, and they're going to be okay. And Clemson's going to try to.
I'm not mad.
Man,
I think
you can't
I thought-
sit back on. You gonna sit back on Trevor Lawrence?
Northwestern did, and they played them well. They played them very effectively
Not-
well.
I
Against-
said Trevor Lawrence.
I'm sorry. Who played Trevor Lawrence like that?
Nobody.
Somebody has.
He hasn't been in a close game this year.
I disagree.
Notre Dame?
No.
He didn't play that
He
game.
didn't play that game. But
Right, but that's
it
what I'm
showed,
trying to figure out
I think
who
they
you talking
played.
about.
They played them differently. But damn, I can't think of it. I'll come back to you.
Because it didn't
Fuck
happen.
these people. It happened.
right.
Fuck these people.
Of course you can't think about it.
I'm gonna take a chance and I'm gonna go Ohio State for the simple fact that I think that Clemson is still getting the groove, whereas I think that Ohio State is a little tricky but good. Okay, solid.
Oh, wait.
As far as one of those Bama years when they beat Bama.
You got some more pick 'em?
Fuck y'all. We picked Bama Notre Dame. Bama.
Bama. I mean,
Yeah.
come on now.
Whatever.
I'll put you out if you
That's
put.
it.
Notre
Okay.
Dame.
Nah, that's all.
just
That's all
stupid.
I got.
Moving on into the dummy of the week.
End of the year, dummy.
Dumbass, stupid ass dummy.
Bummy.
Our honorary last year, the dummy of the week comes back to the state of Alabama.
God damn it.
An Alabama man steals a Salvation Army donation kettle and poses as a volunteer.
Big stupid. Stupid. Dumb stupid.
According to WSFA, the Montgomery Police Department is looking for a suspect last seen in downtown Montgomery with a kettle and a stand. Basically, he stole the kettle and a stand from a Walmart or something
Kettle.
like that. Posted up at a totally different business, posing as a Salvation Army person. He collected a whole bunch of money before he moved to another location. I think they say he moved from about 4 or 5 different locations collecting money and donations.
Big bank.
Before he kind of got tipped off that the police were in search of him. So they said that it was roughly about $100,000 that he may have collected. I don't know how true that is because I feel like that's a lot of money to see in there. But at the same time, we all see the Salvation Army people at the, at especially around this time of the year.
Constantly
standing
collecting.
out.
Constantly.
My man found a mean connect.
That's
That's some
crazy.
Alabama shit.
So when
though.
they say 100K, that mean he got probably like 200K. So he probably still came up eventually, somehow,
I
some
mean,
way.
yeah.
That's nuts.
I mean, how much time can you really get for that? That's petty theft.
A year,
at the end of the
nigga. I'll
day.
take a year for $100K.
Hell yeah, I saw the nigga on the Fire Festival got fucking 6
15
years
million?
for spending 26 million. So
Big
he'll
dumb.
probably do 2 days or some shit like that. Other than that, man, we don't know who they still on the search for him. But you are the dummy of the week.
Big stupid fuck.
Dummy.
Big stupid. Big
Dumbass,
stupid.
stupid ass dummy. Other than that, man, any other information or anything we want to add?
Coming to America too. Y'all excited about the shit y'all saw so far?
Definitely. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
The Palace look live. I
It's Rick
said
Ross
this
house.
before. The niggas in the barbershop got to be 135. Like how they said, Joe Lewis 137 years.
So
now
are you.
Now
So
they
are
are
you,
137 years old.
Man, I'm excited about it. And stop being a hater just to be a hater. I fucking hate social
I
media.
like it. I like how it looks. It looks updated yet still cool and
Right.
vintage. I like it.
But you know what? For the last end of the year wrap up or whatever, man, fuck that. Shout out to us, fool.
Yes.
The dummies, bitch.
I give y'all that. Shouts out to y'all, boys, man. We have been more than consistent. We had a situation where, like, when the pandemic first came, we had no idea what the fuck we was finna do.
Dummy.
We didn't know of Zoom. We didn't know of how to get the audio through. And
Nigga, we bought shit we can't return.
And between
Dummy.
between y'all boys, Todd, Dez, shouts out to you, Dez, for helping us figure out what it was we had to do to be able to keep a show going. And I just appreciate everybody, man.
Man, we figured the shit out. But for Zooming, for our live Zooms that we did, that was successful. We just figured the shit out.
Yeah,
man.
I forgot about
Dummy.
that. The live Zooms when we did the
battles.
the battles.
That shit
and we
was
had a
dope.
lot of people participate in that. So shouts out to all of y'all, man, because we appreciate y'all, man, more than we can give y'all credit for. It's hard sometimes, even saying thank you. Sometimes that's not enough. To the wives, man, who let us come out here every Sunday, goddamn. We be gone for hours at a time.
Even when you're mad.
Dummy.
we be
Dummy.
we be like, oh man, it's gonna take 2 hours. We be over this bitch for
8
92
hours.
hours.
Right.
Trying to put
We
a
been
show
back in the
together.
morning, goddamn.
We appreciate y'all, man. All of our fanfare, man, who has bought merchandise this year. It's just so much stuff we look forward to, man. This show cannot grow without all of y'all, man. Telling your friends and the new listeners that's come on, man. We thank y'all. We know this show was a little different. Don't judge it. It was an end of the year recap, man. We just chilling, man.
I
Judge
think it's
your
great.
mama.
I don't care what you think. I think it's great.
Yeah,
Me
so,
personally.
I don't know, man. Like, it's a lot of things on the horizon. We got some big announcements that's gonna come the top of 2021.
Can't wait.
That we'll come to y'all with. But other than that, man, we'll be back next week. No. We off next week.
Fuck
We'll be
y'all.
back the week after next.
Fuck you.
Like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
Besides next week. Bye, y'all.
Right. We leaving.
We out.
Dummy.
Happy New Year's. Merry Christmas, all that good shit.
Happy
Snap it
holidays.
out.
Enjoy yourself. All that. Enjoy your people.